Hey guys, Jason here. I do Until We Win, the that little video series where I beat video games for the sheer joy of beating hard video games, I guess. But I got a message from a guy called Assman, and apparently he's a fan of the videos, and he wanted to know just what exactly was with the shelf of crap behind me in all of my videos. Well, it's an interesting story. I got a message from a guy called Jew Wario. He does You Can Play This on That Guy with the Glasses, and he said he was a big fan of my videos and that he would like to see more of them. So I started producing more and more until we win. And he made a suggestion. He said, you know what? In your earlier videos, there's really nothing behind you, so it's kind of boring and just not fun to look at. So I thought about what I could do. I could maybe put up a couple of posters or something, but I thought maybe doing something a little extra would be cool. The idea I had was I was going to make this temple of my life, I guess, this altar dedication of basically what my life has been. And I don't really have a lot of space, so I've only got this one dresser that I can really do this on. So it's basically a lot of stuff that defines who I am, and at the same time, it's stuff from my life, what I've collected over the years and such. But I know I've gotten a couple messages that say it's kind of distracting. At the same time, I kind of like it because there's just a lot of stuff there that it's hard to keep track of. So I'm making this video for two reasons. One, to answer that question, and two, to sort of document what's here now, because I know in the future it's it's definitely going to change. I've knocked this thing over twice now, and it's a pain in the ass to put together all the time. So why don't we just get on with the tour? By the way, excuse the gorilla filmography, photography, whatever you want to call it, camera work, because I don't have my tripod's down there. So here we go. Let's actually start over here, because this is the one you guys can actually see in the videos. On the right here, it's actually the, let's see if we can get this, the Bedford Introduction to Literature. It's actually, I had that in high school, and it turns out it's actually, there's just excellent short stories, poems, a lot of Edgar Allan Poe, I think Edgar Allan Poe, Shakespeare and such in there. On top of that, I've got the NES Force Pack. This is the cheap knockoff version of the Rumble Pack. I think I paid like $4 for that at the time. This is the book everyone's mocked me about, Calculus. A lot of people think I put it there just to make myself look smart. I haven't. It's just a book I had from college, so there it is. Pre-calc, beginning algebra, intermediate algebra, which I realize in the order of things these two should be switched, but this one's actually longer and it's holding up some other books, so whatever. But yeah, these are all books from my college days, these books. There's Podcasting for Dummies. I actually got that as a to write a review on, which I don't get those anymore. I asked them to remove me from their list because I just can't. I can't write reviews as much as I'd like to, especially going through an entire book and then writing a review. And I think the requirement for this one, to keep this one free, was I had to rewrite a review within a week and had it submitted for approval. That was that was a pain in the ass. Java 1.1. This is actually is it this one? Yeah, this is actually the first real programming book I got in 24 hours. Obviously, it's not that great. But I think this is actually the real first programming book I got. I have another book, which I don't consider programming anymore. It's HTML for Dummies. I used to consider it programming. I used to thought it was elite. This is back in the days of GeoCities. So and above that, we've got. Before I get to that, I have a funny story about that. I'll just get these two out of the way. I've got Business Essentials and Small Business Startup Guide. Business Essentials, Small Business Startup Guide. This is really weird. I'm actually looking in the viewfinder trying to move my hand, and it's not doing it the way I want it anyway. These again, this is a college book. I was taking management classes at the time, and this I got from my Aunt Susan. It's been a great help in terms of figuring things out legally. Alright, so like I said, I'm going to get to the DOS book in a minute. I want to cover the rest of these books first, and then we'll cover the DOS book. Direct 3D and the Windows Game Programming Guru. The Zen of Direct 3D Game Programming, Tricks of the Windows Game Programming Gurus, and Windows Game Programming for Dummies. Can you see a trend here? I was really into game programming on Windows. I've since moved on from the Direct 3D days, and now I mostly program in SDL under Linux, because I realized my games just aren't going to go anywhere, or at least, you know, I mean, they're not going to have any big commercial success that I was dreaming of back in the day. But they're okay books to have. They were worth more when they were first released, but nowadays they're not exactly helpful. I think this one covers DirectX 7, and this is DirectX 8, and this is like DirectX 4 or 5 or something like that. A weird story about that. All three books are made by Andre Lamothe. And he's an excellent writer. He's an excellent programmer as well. He has some great habits that you could learn if you're a programmer from him. He does have some old programming habits. He likes to call game objects bobs or blitter objects, blit objects. Basically, that's from the old the old days, 1980s. Yeah, I guess nowadays they're old, but yeah, that's when sprites, graphics were first being used on computers. They were called blitter objects. And the story about that was Lamothe was really supportive of the independent game community, the independent game building community. And he kind of turned me off to it though one day, because he absolutely just flipped on a few people on his forums. And he said something like, "I can't believe you guys are just like, you know, you're just a big bunch of losers. None of you put out anything. I put all this work into these things, and none of you guys, you know, make actual games with them." And that really kind of turned me off to not only him, but game programming in general. I mean, I figured if that's the way the industry was like, I didn't really want to get into it. Get certified and get ahead is just above that. Got my A+ certification. I have to get a new one. That's actually old and outdated, and I haven't been certified in a while. And the Quake Level Design Handbook, man. Oh man, this was actually my first foray into level design. Basically, BSP models, what they are. Actually, I still have the CD for this. I don't think it's in the book. I think it's in my desk somewhere. But I do have the CD for it. It's a nice little level editor. It's not too complicated, at least by today's standards. By today's standards, I mean, level editors are just fucking insane. Got my floppy disk up here, and we'll get to that in a minute. So, the DOS book. I got a funny story about it. This is the complete reference, DOS 3.3, up to 3.3. And the funny story about this is, years ago, when Tech TV was still around, Leo Laporte actually had a P.O. box where you can send mail to, and he would autograph. He would send you autographs. You would send him a self-addressed stamped envelope, and he would send you an autograph back. You could also have things autographed by him, and I decided to send the DOS book. Well, I sent the DOS book off via UPS, and it must have been maybe 6 or 7 months went by. And I get a knock at the door, and it's a FedEx guy, and he's got this package for me. I open it up, and lo and behold, it's my DOS book. I'm looking, going, oh yeah, I sent that to Leo to get autographed. So I start looking through the book, you know, all the different pages, and there's nothing. Not a fucking thing. The little bastard kept my DOS book for like 6 months, and he just didn't autograph the fucking thing. I think he left it on. I think he just left it on his, you know, his kitchen table one day, just going through the memories, and went, "Oh shit, I think this is someone else's," and sent it back to me. But yeah, that's my funny story about the DOS book. It is Leo Laporte signature free, unfortunately. Maybe one of these days, maybe he'll see this video and and we can work something out. But no, he's a great guy, but it was just so weird getting that back, and it was like, oh, there's no signature. Great. We'll get to the games in a minute. I know you can see them. Let's see. Actually, let me do these up here. Back here, I've got a. Can I see? There we go. Back here, I've got a. This would be impossible to see on the video otherwise, but it's a magnet for stringsandbeyond.com. I've got a USB guitar down there, and just the playing cards. Oh, well, now it fell back there. I'll have to pick that up later. This is my 1994 hockey puck in remembrance of the great Rangers team of 1994 that won the Stanley Cup. I'm not a big hockey fan, but I watch it once in a while and I enjoy it. So, you know, hey, whatever. There's my unicorn. This is my my football trophy that I'm proud of. I got this in the freshman year in high school, and we went undefeated that season. And this is just a nice, you know, it's not anything special. It's just, you know, in remembrance, you know, that, hey, you guys won the championship. Congratulations, you know. But I like it. Unfortunately, the memories of football are a little tainted because we found out years later that the JV, the junior varsity head coach, was pushing steroids and cocaine. So, you know, those memories are a little tainted, but I know that the freshmen, or at least I know I wasn't, most of the freshmen weren't using steroids, so that, in fact, we didn't even weightlift at the time. They considered us too young to weightlift. So, hey, there you go. And this is, this guy's hanging on for dear life. I don't know, he's some sort of action figure. He's not a G.I. Joe. I've had this action figure. I got this action figure at Christmas, like, I don't know, 2004, I guess. He's got a pistol somewhere. I just don't know where it is, but he's got a rifle mounted on him right there. This is Babe Ruth, which you saw in the Battletoads video. I talked to him and tossed him on my bed. But, yeah, it's just a little plaque of Babe Ruth. I'm a huge, huge Yankee fan, by the way. I've got this autographed World Series playoff jersey of Derek Jeter. I actually won that, oddly enough, while working at Blockbuster, of all places, right? But yeah, I had like the most trades in a month or something, and I won the jersey. And we keeping that locked up for a while because it's got a certificate of authenticity and everything. So that's not gonna I'm not gonna fuck around with that one. So down here are some more books. We're just gonna go bottom to top. These are the Onion trilogy, I guess you could call it. Dispatches from the 10th Circle, Finest News Reporting, Volume 1, and Our Dumb Century. Above that is, can you see that? Can you guys see that? I think the light's in the way. Anyway, it's called, There's a Hair in My Dirt, A Worm Story by Gary Larson. I'm gonna move the light. Yeah, well, didn't help too much. Oh well. Final Fantasy XI, the official strategy guide. This was before all the expansion packs were released. In fact, the only expansion that was released at the time of this printing was, this was actually done for the American release of Final Fantasy XI, which actually had the first expansion pack, which I am forgetting the name of, but whatever. Anyway, the first expansion pack came with the American release, is basically what I'm trying to say. This is a hardcover book, The Tranquility Wars by Gentry Lee, and this is a great, great, great sci-fi book about a doctor in space. In fact, you can actually see a little bit of this influence in Firefly. You have to read the book to see what I mean. It's excellent, very, very excellent. I went through it in under a week. This is The Greatest Yankee Teams by Mark Vansel and Mark Mandrake, and I think this is Paul O'Neill's book. I have to remember. No, Paul O'Neill's book was My Dad and I. One of those books. These three are. This is my Asus 7700 manual. This one up here. This middle one is my GeForce. Oh no, I'm sorry. What motherboard was that? I'd have to pull it up, but it's one of the Soyo motherboards. I always like Soyo for some reason. And this is my GeForce 4400 Ti manual. My Texas Instruments TI-83 manual. I've got the TI-83 somewhere. I can't find it though. We have two video games now up here. This is Silverfall by Atari. Monte Cristo, I should say, but Atari published it. And this is The Witcher, again by Atari. You know, not too much to say about both of these. I'm trying to... I don't know, you're going to have to live with the lighting. Not too much to say about both of these, unfortunately. Silverfall has some replay value in that you can actually DM your own Dungeons and Dragons style game. You can actually make your own maps and stuff like that, and it does have some value in that, but the main game itself is shit. The Witcher, and I love how down here they have to specify a role-playing game. The Witcher is just, well, Yahtzee did a review on it, and basically it gets cluttered down and all this shit that you have to do. It's actually pretty annoying. It's so long and just, oh god, they say there's like, I think like 120 hours in the game, and I'd fucking believe it. The Rune Lords by David Farland. I never really got into it, unfortunately. It was alright, it was a decent read, but I mean, it took me a while to finish it, and I just didn't like, I just wasn't interested in getting, I think there's like, there's 4 more books of it now, or maybe it's just a trilogy, whatever. But yeah, the first book just really didn't get me into it, you know. I mean, it was alright. There's a nice magic system in there for you guys who are really interested in magic and whatnot, but, whatever. Now, this, the contrast to that, I have, the Night Angel trilogy by Brent Weeks. Way of the Shadows, the first one, Shadow's Edge, and then Beyond the Shadows. And let me tell you, these 3, I went through literally all 3 books in under 2 weeks. And each of them are like, 700 pages long. I actually think Beyond the Shadows is almost 800 pages. It's it's really, really good. In fact, if you guys haven't checked it out, you really should read it. I think there's a book club, there's a sci-fi book club that has a hardcover version that holds all three books in one hardcover version. I'm actually considering joining that club just to get the hardcover version, because these 3 books are just amazing. Unfortunately, Brent's working on a new trilogy now. Something about orcs, I haven't read it yet. I really want to read it because I liked his work in this one, so I'm willing to give that one a shot. But I'm waiting for the next trilogy to come out of the Night Angel trilogy. A second trilogy coming out in 2012, I think. I think that's what it was, what his estimated date was, or I think it got pushed back maybe to 2014 or something. I can't wait. It's just amazing. Great writing, great storytelling, lots of politics, but it's, let's just say that it's about assassins, so, I mean, come on. It can't be that bad. Up to another 2 good books. Bios by Robert Charles Wilson and The Voyage to Enna by Roland J. Green. They're more fantasy than they're more sci-fi than fantasy, although they have fantasy elements mixed in with them. If you like sci-fi, I'd pick them up. They're good. And they're pretty cheap too. I think they're like $7 or something like that, $7 or $8. So, considering the content you get in them, it's not bad. By the way, the Night Angel trilogy cost me significantly more. I think I paid like $15 a book, but it was worth it, man. It was absolutely worth it. New York Giants sideline. Just a little history of the New York Giants. Nothing major there. Also, I got these little characters here. You may notice them, like this guy here. They're actually unpainted D&D characters. So my unicorn here, I've got 3 guys up here. What the hell? Hang on. There we go. I got 3 guys up here. They're just unpainted D&D icons. This one guy here. Let's see if I can get him on camera. Yeah, he's got he's supposed to be like some sort of ranger. He's got like a shotgun here, and I don't know. I think that's either broken, or it was. I don't think that's either broken or it was supposed to be like a pistol or something. Whatever. But yeah, I'm into D&D. I don't have the players' manuals anymore, and I haven't picked up the 4th edition manuals either. I've got them on computer. I pirated them. Sorry, guys. Whatever. So here we have. Actually, you know what? Let's get to this up here, and you'll find it right in front of the floppy drive. This is actually the Nintendo 64 jumper pack. I don't know if you can see that now. Hold on. But yeah, this is the memory expansion module for the Nintendo 64. Or no, actually, this isn't the memory expansion module. This is the module that comes with the Nintendo 64, and you replace it with the memory module. This is actually I guess like a placeholder for it or something. But pretty cool little piece of technology there. Up here, I'm going to show you these first. These are my. Let's see if we can't. These are my floppy disks that I've had for fucking ever. Let's see. So we have, to start things off, we've got a disc that has seen better days. We've got Sound Blaster discs. Yeah, look at that. Disc 1 and Disc 2. I wonder if these two have, I wonder if these have Dr. Spates on them. Which one are these for? 8991, so it might have Spates on it. I'd have to check it out. This is Old DOS disc number 2. I don't know if you can see the writing on that. Old DOS disc number 2. And I believe this is actually DOS 2, 2.0, or 2 point something. Here we have, oh man, this is a classic. AOL 2.0, yeah, for Windows. Insert disk in your floppy disk drive, A or B. Click on the File menu or Windows Program Manager, select Run, then type A:/setup, and press OK. Wow. What year was this? 1993-94, AOL 2.0. That's amazing. I remember when they took over the Imagination Network and shut it down, and oh well. We have Sierra Discovery Series, Island of Dr. Brain, Disc 3. I don't know where the other discs are for that, so. We have the Fates of Twinion, boxed version. There was actually a game on the Imagination Network, formerly the Sierra Network. It was called the Fates of Twinion, and there was Shadow of Eusebius and the Ruins of Cawdor. If you can, boy, I can't believe I remember those. But they were really interesting. I should do a Let's Play of those, or maybe just like a review of them one of these days. I have them on the computer. This is my Netgear Ethernet card disc. I don't know what year this is. It doesn't have a copyright on it. Who cares? Now this is a classic game. I'll bet you a ton of people have never seen. Old Dogs Go to Heaven, the IBM version from Polarware. Yeah. Copyright 1989, and I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if this didn't work anymore. I mean, oh man, look at this. It's got like some sort of fungus thing going on with it here. But yeah, I'm gonna have to try and find a copy of that and see if I can't see if we can't play that. That seems like an interesting game. I don't know. Got no markings on it. I'll have to get a USB floppy disk and find out. Floppy drive. Okay, this is these are our legal backups. Our legal backups of King's Quest V. Just go through them real quick with you because they're all look the damn same. King's Quest V, 7, 8, 9, 10, and a save disk. Yeah. Just because I think gamers nowadays don't realize because they have CDs and DVDs. I don't think they realize the hell that we went through as kids playing these games, swapping floppy disks. Well, this is King's Quest V, all 11 discs, disc 1 through 10, and a save disc. And if you can just imagine swapping CDs for Final Fantasy 7 or 8, or well, imagine doing that for literally every screen. You have one disc in drive A and one disc in drive B, and you literally swap them out from disc 1 through disc 10. Thank God for CDs, is all I can say. This is one aspect of nostalgia I don't miss. Thank God. I don't know if these discs work anymore. I mean, they haven't been kept very well. They've just been in this thing for years. Let's see, we have King's Quest 1, disc number 3. We have Colonel's Bequest, 2, 3. Oh, we've got all 4 discs, all 4 legal backups of Colonel's Bequest. Look at that, Kodak. Kodak micro diskette. Kodak doesn't even make this shit anymore. I don't even think they make CDs or anything like that. How's that for old? This is our King's Quest 1 save disc. Here we go. These are the original discs. 720K. Disc 1 of 10. King's Quest 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no! Only goes up to 7. Oh well, whatever. Colonel's Bequest, the original discs. And now, here's one I'm really proud of that I still have. Got all 6 discs. Windows 3.1, 1985 to 1992. It's on Flex Disc too. It was actually this is an OEM copy of Windows 3.1. Flex was a company that used to make computers. They were famous for for having turbo mode on their processors and on their computers, and wasn't very good. Oh, I don't know what the hell this is, but I just noticed it's got a fucking typo on it. OP931-3DIS driver diskette version 2.03. And check out the text at the bottom here. I don't know if you can see it with my hand in the way. Run a:/utility/setup in Windows to install audio rack. God. Oh, and we've got a discs for Space Quest 1. Look at that. These are actually, we'd play these. This is double-sided. Look at that. But yeah, we'd play this on, I guess it used to have a thing called Fountain 2 on it. And then Space Quest 1. We used to play those on a Tandy. Yeah. And then we have Mitsumi, a Tappy IDE bus CD-ROM drive. Wow. Man, do any of you remember installing CD-ROMs off of a floppy? I don't even think this was... no, yeah, 1996-97. This was made for Windows 95. Restart computer to DOS. It was definitely 95. Make the disk write enabled. Make the disk write enabled? Oh, yeah. Oh, I should explain. Floppy disks, for those of you who don't remember, have a copy protection on it. You can disable the drive from writing to it by flipping this bit. Let me do this. Ow. See, when you pull it open and it's clear like that, it can write to it. And when you pull it down... Oh, I'm sorry. When you pull it open and this is open, it can't write to it. The drive doesn't write to the disk. And when you pull it down, it does write to the disk. That's one of the most rudimentary forms of copy protection you can get. Something physical like that. But those are all the classic floppy disks I own. Whoops. See what I mean about shit falling down all the time? Where'd it go? There you are, Mr. Unicorn. Sorry. Now, to the shit I'm sure you guys have been waiting for. We have our movies here. Firefly, Serenity, Mystery Science Theater 3000, the movie. Sin City, by the way, this is actually really great. Sin City, Lewis Black, Red, White, and Screwed, Lewis Black, Black on Broadway, and Spaceballs. Yeah. Up here, we've got, on CD, the Compton's Interactive Encyclopedia, the Interactive Yankees Yearbook CD-ROM. This is from the 98 season. Virgin's Lost Eden. It's a adventure game. It's not that good. NHL 96. Betrayal in Antara. It's alright. The Journeyman Project 3. Legacy of Time. Phantasmagoria. A Puzzle of the Flesh. I'm sure you Spoonie fans have already seen that 1,000 times. We've got up here, we've got Tribes 2. We've got Light Cavalry Super Overtures. It's super whatever. It's classical music. I like classical. This is Dune 2000, Cards and Dice. It's actually a bunch of shareware games. I'll have to pull that out one of these days. Douglas Adams' Starship Titanic, which unfortunately just isn't that good. Darkened Sky, which it's an alright platformer. Sim Safari, it's a piece of shit. Sim Coaster, again, it's like a cheap ripoff of Roller Coaster Tycoon. SWAT 1, not SWAT 4. This one's awesome, by the way. Advanced Dungeons and Dragons: The First Quest audio CD game. Yeah, it's as lame as it sounds. There's the Zork Anthology, which is just all the text games on CD-ROM. It's a great compilation to have. And we have the 2 Redneck Rampage games. Actually, I'm sorry, we have Redneck Rampage, and then we have the expansion pack, Redneck Rampage Suckin' Grits on Route 66, which unfortunately I cannot get either one of those games to work under DOSBox. Maybe one of these days. And then we have Die by the Sword, which is an okay game. So, there it is, folks. A little bit of history, a little bit of life in a nutshell there. I hope you enjoyed this half-hour-long video. Holy crap. I'm gonna end it here, man. Damn.